On July 6, 2018, our eyes were blessed by Jimmy Woo, the main man himself. Although his story would only be halfway completed by the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp, recently, on the 4th episode of WandaVision, our eyes and hearts were touched and graced once again by Randall Park's character Jimmy Woo. We are finally given an entire character arc that has been fulfilled by the end of episode 4 of WandaVision. Now, I wasn't really all that into WandaVision when it came out. I was sleeping on the first 3 episodes. I didn't even watch them, and everyone was talking about it on Twitter, and I could care less. But when I was scrolling through my timeline, I saw a spoiler for episode 4, and I'm heartbroken that I couldn't witness it myself for the first time watching the show. But I was delighted. In fact, I was just ecstatic. Nothing could hold my enthusiasm and excitement for what I saw when I saw Randall Park's character in the 4th episode. But first, we have to take a trip down memory lane. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, Jimmy Woo is just an ordinary parole officer, working with the FBI here and there, but other than that, his character wasn't really anything to write home about. Thankfully, his character wasn't as one-dimensional as we thought, being friends with Ant-Man himself and having his little funny moments here and there. But as I said before, his character arc stops halfway by the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp. During the film, Jimmy Woo has entered a threshold that he can no longer leave. And albeit he's a regular character compared to the big boys in the MCU, Jimmy Woo has tried his hardest to stand out as much as he could. Inspired by Paul Rudd himself, Jimmy Woo has decided to learn the sleight of hand so he can be on a new plane of existence. But unfortunately, he fails, miserably, unsuccessfully learning the skills that has been brought before him. And at the end of the film, it seemed like Jimmy Woo wasn't gonna get that redemption arc that he so deserved. But in episode 4 of WandaVision, 5 years after the events of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Jimmy Woo makes his triumphant return, 2.5 years after his debut in the MCU, and what a way to come back. Jimmy Woo, nonchalantly, now has completely mastered the sleight of hand that he was so unable to perform back in 2018. It has taken him years to master this technique, but finally, after years of waiting for the redemption arc that we so deserved, that he so deserved, our hearts, our eyes, everything was graced and blessed by Jimmy Woo's sleight of hand. An incredible story. Shakespeare himself couldn't think of a story and a character more inspiring, more in-depth than Jimmy Woo himself. WandaVision might be a show centered around Wanda Maximoff's magic, but Jimmy Woo's the one to write home about when it comes to magic. I'm on the edge of my seat for the next episodes of WandaVision to see what Jimmy Woo will pull out of his hat, both metaphorically and literally. Longtime fans of Jimmy Woo will know his history with tracking down and hunting Godzilla himself, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was to make a cameo in the next upcoming Kong vs. Godzilla movie. Truly an unstoppable force of a character. This video is my love letter to the glory of Jimmy Woo. May he forever reign over the MCU.
James E. Woo, FBI.